I literally put this on my calendar this afternoon as death by Owasippe. Definitely like it so far. Bumped both handlebars on that. Maybe if I just dehydrated myself, I wouldn't sweat anymore. Mosquitoes immediately there. Like, do they ride on my backpack and then jump off when I stop? Ever come out here on Friday the 13th in a full moon, or maybe on Halloween? I'm sure you'll get to witness some child sacrifices.
Time to wait, sweeping through berms and cruising the trees. Sweet single track in the lake state breeze. Just made for sending and features to try. Family fun by the lakeside sky. Exploring the trails, let's ride it again. Welcome to Mountain Bike West Michigan.
All right, we are at Owasippe Scout Reservation. I'm gonna check out some of the trails today. I don't know, there's a bunch of different names. I'm just gonna follow the path in the direction that I go. We'll go clockwise around the lake. We'll see what we end up mapping out, because there's a lot of different weird connectors and a lot of different loopbacks. If I take the path that I'm tentatively planning to take, I'm thinking I'm gonna be around 7 to 8 miles, and it's 80 degrees and partly cloudy already today, so we'll see what it looks like. First negative to this, you got to pay $15 for a parking spot. So if you're coming for just one day, 15 bucks. Plan on that just for parking, which I get it. Big Scout Reservation, they've got to pay to maintain this stuff. I've been out here hiking before. These are pretty nice trails, so I'm not going to rag on them for charging admission. You're going to be out here a lot. You can choose for the annual pass for $100. I have so many free trails available to me, I don't think I'll pay for an annual, but got the trailhead this way. There's a nice bathroom on the way there. I mean, nice as far as park campground bathrooms go. It's not a porta potty. There we go. Red trail, she says. I just realized I don't have enough room on my SD card. I'm gonna turn this off and delete some things and then keep going again. All right. Recording the ride on Trail Forks and on Samsung Health. Let's go. Not sure why I decided to start out so fast there. I'm going 7 or 8 miles. I really need to pace myself, because there are going to be a few substantial uphills from what I remember. belt just right when I'm wearing a gun. It's really uncomfortable riding. Try again. Supposed to go here. Really need to fix that lowest gear. Yeah, I do need to go up here. split there. Looks like it just comes back together though. Maybe. Trail fork still says I'm going the right direction. That's the first spot that really made me question signage here. Everything else has been pretty clear so far. Interesting. Signage is clear. Still no problem. Beautiful views of these lakes all over the place. Gorgeous sand. Yeah. All right, let's see how far we are. First mile and a half was pretty nice. Are we weaving in and out of these little coves and lakes for a little while? I like that. Breeze is nice. Trees give shade. Even on a hot sunny day, it's not too uncomfortable. Uphill. Bathroom? Let's keep moving. I thought my picnic tables were bad at home. Bumped both handlebars on that. Maybe I should shave an inch off each of these. Definitely like it so far. forgot my bandana at home today, so I'm going to be fighting against sweat in my eyes the whole ride. Most of these ups have pretty decent flow so far. Don't have my bottom two gears. I literally put this on my calendar this afternoon as death by Owasippe, because I've hiked this. And I knew there were some good ups. But with good ups come good downs. Let's not make that a motto in life. I don't think I've been in one spot on this trail yet that wasn't really pretty. Water break. Get rid of the gum finally. Pace myself. Yesterday I did 7.5 miles at Wallfield. Almost put down a whole 2 liters. Finished the rest of the 2 liters in the truck afterwards. Good toe catchers along here. The upside of the bank. That'll drop low enough to catch your left foot in my case. Right foot if you're coming from the other direction. this is all up, but they flow it. I like it. Awesome spot on Trail Forks. Okay. Come all the way up and out here, and a hard right up ahead. It's probably coming back down because it looks like the trail moves toward the water again. Right, and back towards the water. Signage is still solid. Left up here. Stop a second, get rid of some sweat. Man, I may look like a goober in that bandana. I don't think I'll ever forget it again after this. Wicked good fun. Okay, this trail goes this way. Left. So I'm going uphill for a little ways here. See how far I can make it. That's it. Oh, breeze pushing up over this hill from the lake. That's gorgeous. Sand at the bottom made me nervous. I was gonna lose all my speed on it, or wrap myself around a tree because of it. Whew. Made it all right. again, signage very clear. Okay, again, walking. Maybe if I just dehydrated myself, I wouldn't sweat anymore. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. Stone Soderstrom Memorial Chapel, donated by Owasippe Lodge, Order of the Arrow. I wonder if this is where the creepy chapel is. It looks like something out of the Skulls or some secret society. I'll veer off the trail to see it if I go by. Oh, that was it right there. This is something you have to see. Okay, this is all kind of strange enough. And then come back here. To this. Not only is this ominous. Oh, last time I was here, all these nails were sticking outward. Somebody had the sense to pound them in. Apparently this isn't the medieval torture chamber for Boy Scouts who didn't listen to their troop leaders. Or maybe it was. And that's just not politically correct anymore. There. Now you've seen the Erie Chapel in the woods. Ever come out here on Friday the 13th in a full moon, or maybe on Halloween? I'm sure you'll get to witness some child sacrifices. How else do you think they keep the Boy Scouts in order? My troop leader had brought me out as a Boy Scout when I was a wee below. Maybe I wouldn't have quit. Maybe I'd have been too afraid to quit. No. I didn't say thank you. And somebody handed me my knife. So I lost my knife privileges for a whole month. Ah. Ah. That's bad stuff. That was the chapel trying to kill me. Anyway, lost the knife privileges for a whole month. And because I was a fourth grader, third, fourth, or fifth, I don't remember. But because I was a little snot, and I didn't want to be told what to do with my pocket knife, I quit Boy Scouts. The ironic thing is, that's what I taught my kids later in life. When somebody hands you something sharp or dangerous, give a verbal acknowledgement to the person passing it to you so they know they're safe to let go because you have control of it. But yeah, third grade me was like, no, I don't want any more life lessons than that. I'll take that one with me. I think I would have loved to stay in Boy Scouts. Hunting, love sporting, camping, love survival stuff. Even taught a survival camp for a couple summers as a wilderness emergency preparedness instructor one year, and then an environmental trainer the next year because they wanted to change the name. Taught kids how to stay alive in the woods, build shelter, fire, snares, and traps. All from scratch. I read the weather, how to skin animals. Basically ended up becoming a scout leader later in life for a couple summers, and yeah. My dad should have made me stick with Boy Scouts. Hear that, Dad? You weren't a bad dad for making me do things I didn't want. You were a better dad when you did. For the record, for anybody who's watching, I have a good dad. Like any young man and his father, you grow older, you develop your differences. And then as you grow older yet, you figure out how to work them out. Bible says, spare the rod, spoil the child. That's a truth that I know to be undeniable. It also says, train up your child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. If there's any dads watching this and you're struggling with your kids, remember all the things you learned from your dad and hated him for it. And then later in life, recognize the things you hated him for are some of the most important things you learned in life. I think for the first time, I managed to go off trail. There was no clear signage down there. Needed to stay right next to the water. Don't give up on doing what you know is right with your kids. If you give up, you're telling them that it really wasn't that valuable in the first place. Stick with it. Not only do they learn the lesson that you were teaching, they learn the lesson that what's right is always worth the fight. Since that all came from the Bible, I'm sure y'all understand when I say that the most right thing you can do is point your kids to Jesus. Trust the Holy Spirit to lead them. Stand in the way of evil. And stay out of the way of God when He's working on your kids' hearts. And I can add one important message as it relates to this exact moment. Maybe consider wearing bug spray when you're riding Owasippe trails. That swamp off to the right there. Whew. Mosquitoes just punished me for walking. Yeah. All right. That's 4.5 miles. Man, those mosquitoes get on you fast. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't have to move fast to keep mosquitoes off you. Just have to move. Oh, too much up. Time to walk a little again. Mosquitoes immediately there. Do they ride on my backpack and then jump off when I stop? Breeze. So at the start of this journey, 3-mile trip would wear me out. I'm up to the point where I can do about 5. The hills like this definitely change it up. Yeah, 4.5, and I'm feeling it. And I'll lock my suspension back out again. Okay. According to Trailforks, pretty sure I'm supposed to veer here. The heck? It's like they don't want you riding here. They wanted me to cut off on an orange. I'm gonna keep following the blue. I don't want to ignore these flags. Keep jumping over and around debris piles. Well, they're really trying to make a point there. I guess if you're right to the orange. Doesn't make any sense to me. For some reason they decided to cut that part of the trail out. I guess I heard that some kid died out here recently. A tree falling on him. Maybe close the section off for that. I have no idea. Right up here. Looks like I should come up on an intersection. I guess we'll follow it as it's marked. Oh, they just have that there so you don't catch your head on the zip line if you're flying by on your bike. That makes sense. Thought it was going to be another blockade. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna answer the phone call from my wife. Hey, babe. All right. think I got that all squared away. I'll stop and take the next call if I didn't. Am I recording? Yes, okay. Yes. Sketchy bridge up there. I mean, so far the fun level is right on par with Hungerford. Not all that fun. Hard work. I'll give it one better than Hungerford at least, because most of it's got some pretty fantastic views. Okay, it's 2:40. Got a virtual meeting at 3. I've got at least 2 miles left to go. I'm not so sure I'm gonna make it. It's got to get 2 better than Hungerford. You can actually see the trails. Caution, she says. Sand, yes. This bridge is a lot nicer looking than the other one. I'd like to see somebody make that all the way up that one. Okay. I go right. And it's 1.7 miles back to parking. Left is the black trail. What? Okay. Parking lot, here we go. Be kind, trail cutters. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Idiot. What would it be like carrying 25 pounds less? I reach my goal weight of 195. I'll find out. I think I could just take a 2-track to the left all the way out. Then I wouldn't be giving you a full trail ride video. This isn't even steep. Come on. Oh. For long uphill, especially not gnarly ones. So I'm at 7.2 miles now. Seems like 5 is where I start to get tired, and 7 is where my body's kind of like, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this to me anymore, Joe. The more I push my limits, the more I grow my limits. Ugh. I know my body's really had it when my palms actually start sweating. My body's like exhausted every other pore exposed to the air. These palms never seem to be much of a return on investment, but we'll go ahead and let them sweat now too. And now my handle grips feel a little bit like a slip and slide. Energy for talking left right now either. Sand, fast. Sand, don't bite it. Jeez. Right. Jeez. Come on, legs. Don't quit now. Back to the beginning. Just gotta find my left turn to get to parking. 254. Yeah, that's about right. I'm gonna make it.
Hit the dirt in the Great Lakes State. Rolling heavy, no time to wait. Sweeping through berms and cruising the trees. Sweet single track in the Lake State breeze. Jumps made for sailing and features to try. Family fun by the lakeside sky. Exploring the trails, let's ride it again. Welcome to Mountain Bike West Michigan. Yeah.
There you have it. Owasippe Scout Reservation. It's probably only half the trails. This is a big place. I'm done.